Yo, 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 what is going on, RoK Familia and Kingdom Builder Familia, we should say. Today, we're going to be reviewing jump projects, new start projects, restart projects, which in short is just you take a lot of people, you organize them in a Discord server somewhere else, and then you say, hey, we're going to structure, and then we're going to land in a new kingdom that comes out, right? Regardless of how you get there, the objective usually is to go in with some kind of organized body, depending on how large or small. And so we're going to go through projects today, Discord servers, and we're going to review them, give them a rating, and then also tell you, hey, is this a project that you should be joining now or no? Should we kind of pump the brakes and wait for them to get a little bit more well put together? And probably giving them a rating too as well. So the two places that we gather this information from is on the Jumper Community Discord and the Rising Kingdoms Discord on their recruiting advertising sections. We will have timestamps in here for each of the projects that we take a look at. Now, regardless if we have links to them or not, you will be able to find them just by going to the top right of your Discord application or finding the search bar once you are in either of the Discords and just typing the name of the project, and you can find it that way. That's only if I don't end up adding it in. And yeah, so let's go ahead and start. This should be fun. Again, I want to kind of give a quick monologue-ish disclaimer, which is that, I've never really come across a project yet that I, have endorsed a lot. And that's usually because typically we find that we usually have lower to kind of mid average scores. And let me also state kind of what is our criteria, which is why for me it's always, fun to kind of go through these, because I like to do it more from kind of an educational standpoint on being able to explain and also speak to the effect that projects should be at this kind of bare minimum starting point before they actually decide to recruit. So the table of contents, we have index page, announcements, positions, and applications. These are channels that projects should have. Project plan, kingdom goals, project kingdom resources, introductions, resumes, recruiting, ready check, meetings. And if you have a hierarchy communication flow, I'll give you half a point or an extra point for that one. Okay, with that in mind, we're going to be taking a look at these top down for projects here that have the most amount of people in them to the lowest. So let's start with number one, which is Divine Odyssey. So Divine Odyssey, we have number one, do they have a table of contents or index page? Let's see here. Bear in mind, these rankings are mainly just for blueprints, right? This is not going into details for, how do they write announcements, how's the language that they have in particular channels, looking at trends from their leadership team on, how do they post, how are they answering questions, right? We're not really kind of looking at the meat of the project, or we're just kind of looking at the outer shell, which really is the most important thing to do, like we said before you actually officially start. So index, table of contents page here. Do we have something that basically kind of lists out the channels, so to speak? Rules, announcements, recruiting ad servers, post and announcement server, leadership info, plans, staff team, polls. Okay, doesn't look like we do. Media, looks like general chat lounge. Let's go here. I don't think rules. That's RSS stuff. These are RoK tools. We have a little arcade section. Okay, no. How about announcements? Okay, we have an announcement channel. Awesome, 1 point. Nothing in there, but we have an announcement channel. It looks like they may have just started today. There's only one post, so we really can't go off of that, but they haven't. And then number three, positions and applications channel. We have R4 applications. Okay. We said to a meaningful contribution project, we will value, demonstrate. Okay, so it looks like it might just be R4. Okay, so they have a couple here. It's R4 and Academy. So this is good. They have an application channel, but the one thing that I would like to see here is an explanation of what are the expectations, what are the responsibilities for each position, even if it's just a brief preview that you have here on the channel, and not just kind of posting a link to the application. So again, I'll give you half a point for that one. Then we go to a project plan. Do you have a project plan for your jump, right? Or a jump plan, if you will. So it looks like we have a channel here, but there's nothing there, so no points. Kingdom goals, right? These are goals that you would like to see. What are your standards for the kingdom, right? How do you want to manage the kingdom? How do you want to lead the kingdom? These are kind of kingdom goals that you're looking to aspire to that, again, are different from what the jump plan or the project's plan is, which is how are you as a project going to operate within the kingdom right? What are your roles? What are your responsibilities? What's the plan for the jump up until landing as well, right? So it's more internal, where the kingdom goals are more external, right? Outside of your project. So nothing here for that. Do we have a kingdom plan or kingdom goals? Doesn't look like we do. I don't see a channel here outlisting that. Make sure we don't miss anything. I don't think so. Okay, next is, how about Project Kingdom resources? So we have some tools here: RoK Insights, Passport City Hall, Civilization. I don't know if we have any guides here though. Let me see, City Hall stuff. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, this isn't screaming like guides to me. I don't really see anything posted here, so okay, no points there. How about introductions and resumes? So here we go: leadership info, leadership intro. Okay, so nothing there, no points. Again, these are channels that should be filled out, even if it's just the founder, right? Before you even start, something should be here. How about recruiting? Okay, so we have a recruiting ad. Good. Mentioning that, yeah, you can just copy paste that, and then. How about servers? Like, so where are you going to go to post these at? Okay, so you have some servers. Fantastic. And I don't know what the posted chat is. Okay, but I'll take that. So that's going to be a point. How about a ready check channel? Right, this is something where if it's active or not, that's okay, but it's basically a place that people would go to, so you don't have to send multiple announcement pings about ready checks. Do we have something like that? Which would be, let me see, servers. I don't think I saw anything. So that's a no. Insights. Yeah, no. Okay, how about meetings? Do we have something about meetings or town halls? I don't see anything here about that. Okay, so overall scores are 2.5. Respectfully, this is a project I would recommend not joining at this time because they're, very far away from having just the minimum things that they would need to really be what I would consider like, okay, this project is ready to go. Like, they're prepped. Again, they're very far away from that. On top of that, I would say just based on first glance, just too many channels. It's way too cluttered. Remember, sometimes less is more, right? Always try to think about how you can condense. And also, when you have empty channels that should be having necessary information, it just looks like you don't care. So again, put some work in. Let's go to the next project, which is Loyalsuiis. Loyalsuiis, is that saying that right? Okay. So next one we have here. Let's go table of contents index. Verification. How to verify self roles. Welcome. Okay. Oh, here maybe. No. Just self role. Top investments. Project plan. Ranking list. Kingdom structure. All right, RoK, General Flex, Fact Media, Elevate Team. That's nothing. We'll leave advertisements up because that's probably something. Spending out, okay, that's okay. We'll leave this up. Arcade, that's not really anything. Lounge and okay. So the Howard announcements channel hasn't been posted yet. So again, we don't know. I don't know how long the project's been up for. I'd have to look. Okay, so it's been up since December. You have an announcement channel, but you haven't made any announcements. I'll give you half a point on that. Probably should be no points, but we're okay. Positions and applications. So do we have any? And now, if you don't have, even if you have an application channel, right, and you don't have any in there, right, at least say like, oh yeah, we don't have anything there, right, because we filled all positions. Like, that's fine. Oh, I see. So people are giving. What is happening here? What in God's name? If you want to be a part of an alliance here, put a check behind the alliance you want to be in. Oh my God. Okay, first off, too much work. Like, this is a lot. Like, I have to, first off, if I'm someone who's new to Discord, I'm just not too familiar, I have to know that I have to go check pin comments or scroll to the top, which could take a little while. Then I have to copy this whole thing. Then I got to put a check mark in. Then I have to answer the questions. Like, at that point, again, use the Appy app or just make a Google form. But yeah, this, I mean, sure, will this maybe get it done-ish? Possibly. Thread to talk with you here if there are questions. Wow. I mean, I just don't know. Like, unless you can make the threads private, and because I wonder, like, I mean, look at this. Anyone can go in here and just look at and look at the conversation. Like, that's not professional. You don't want people to go in and look at your conversation with someone else when you're supposed to be having something that is, again, an interview. That's not something that you just make public to everyone. That's a big turnoff for me. So yeah, that's just not a good look. For that, I'm not going to give any points there. Project plan. Do we have a project plan? Okay. Oh, we do. Oh, wow, fantastic. Okay. Ooh. God, can we format just a bit? So they got a plan. Okay, this is fine. I just wish this was formatted and broken up a bit. You have it. You have a channel. You have a plan. I'm going to give you half a point here because it still should be structured, right? Because what you're writing here, this could be great, but you're going to lose people if it comes off like a wall of text. So, next, kingdom goals. Do we have, okay, kingdom structure. Here we go. Okay. I mean, listen, now I just feel like it's lazy. Like, this is formatted a bit, but then this isn't formatted? Like, what are we talking about here? Come on now. Come on now, Pimpin. It's just lazy, man. That's what it is. So, again, this is okay. This is formatted a little bit more. It could be formatted even a bit more, but this is better. And I appreciate that they have that. So I'm going to give you a full point on that one. How about Project Kingdom resources? Right, so do we have guides? Do we have things that are going to help out new players, free-to-play, people that spend? We have a spending guide. Okay. Okay, so a little bit here. Not too much. I mean, this isn't what I would consider like true resources, right? This is what I would count as one resource. I mean, unless I'm blind, then yeah, again, I'm not seeing anything that would indicate that, and this is down arrow here. So yeah, I'm not going to give any points on that one. Next, introductions and resumes. Okay. Project plan, kingdom structure, rate my leaders? What? Okay. Okay, so this is okay. So we have I don't know why it says rate my leadership. Really, it should just say leadership info or leadership or lead details, like just something that tells people, hey, I can come here to learn a little bit more. Again, it'd be nice if all of these were formatted consistently so you had a structure to go off of. And it could be something as simple as introduction, what I'm looking forward to, my history, other projects I've been a part of, like just something that everyone can follow, right? So I'm happy you have the channel. I'm happy that you have people that have provided, but a lot of these just come off as big walls of text. So for that, I'm only going to give you half a point. Again, then let's go to recruiting. So do we have a recruiting channel? Here we go. So we have advertisement. Lovely. This is the ad. Fantastic. We have where to advertise. Okay. Solid. Only thing I would say is any of these that are invalid, remove them because, again, it doesn't look professional. On top of that, again, you need to condense all of this into one post. You can do that by using greater than and less than brackets around the websites, and then you can just write the name. I'll give you an example of that at the end of the video. But yeah, I mean, is this bare minimum okay? Sure. For that, I'll give you a point. How about our Ready Check channel? Do we have that? Verification. How to verify. Self-roles. Maybe the reason they don't have announcements is because they're already in the kingdom? I'm not sure on that one. Right? No, because that's when they did. There's no way. That was January 10th. Oh, March 19th. Here we go. Did they post something big that says, hey, we're already in? Is there a pin message? No pin message. Okay. I mean, I don't want to scroll up for a year or anything, but okay. Nothing. I don't see anything here though on meetings, ready check, and I don't see anything here on meetings as well. So or town halls. Okay. So this project gets a 3.5 out of 10, and I would just say, yeah. I mean, this project isn't ready for people to start joining. Again, it's still not even meeting kind of bare minimum expectations, right? So I would say hold off, wait for them to fill stuff out more, and then consider joining. But yeah, this to me just doesn't come off as a project similar to the other one, or the first one we looked at, which is like, okay, yeah, it's screaming confidence at me, right? It's I don't want to say the opposite, but it's just, let's go to Forces of Nature, JCJ. Oh, I think this is the official Jump community one. Okay, so let's see. Table of contents index page. Do we have one? Let's see here. Alliance information, project vision, goals, apply leadership, invite sponsors, project news polls. It doesn't look like we do. I mean, you should be towards the top, right? We're gonna remove this because it's not really anything we need. We don't need it. We don't need to look at any of that. And then fun zone. We don't need to look at any of that either. Okay. So no, nothing there. How about announcements? Project news. Okay, cool. So we have that. An announcement seem, at least for the most recent one, right? I mean, I would say, yeah. I mean, maybe a little too busy, but again, it's structured and they have an announcement channel, so I'm down with it. That's one point. How about positions and applications? Okay, here we go. Apply leadership, main R4 applications, Academy R4 applications. Okay, I mean, this is okay. It's just, again, I'd like for this to be structured a bit more, where it says, like, bold underline or something. Here's the R4 position, here's what the expectations are, here's what the responsibilities and tasks are, and then you kind of lead into the application. Because the application usually doesn't list those things. It's typically asking you more general questions. So you want to have that kind of an overview on what the roles or the position's expectations are beforehand. So this is nice to have a channel. It's nice to have an application. But again, this is something that I think is really important. And so for that, I'm only going to give a half a point. Right, because you have to have that information there, right? Especially because you don't know. The thing you have to understand is that you don't know what kind of background people are coming into that are applying to the position from. Meaning, how are they anticipating, or what is their individual expectation of what an officer should be, right? It's your project. You have to set the expectation, meaning you need to lay what the standard is going to be, right? With the way you're doing it now, you don't have a standard that you're expecting anyone to kind of live up to or to embody for your project. Okay, so let's go to project plan. Is there a plan for the project? So we have polls, server. Oh, this is just competitions and events. We don't need that. Okay, so it's mainly just these channels here. Okay. So we have a project vision and goals. Okay. I mean, I guess I'd like these to be a little separate, but let's see. So we have goals. We have a vision, which is, but ultimately what changes their project to become a beacon. Okay, we have a note. No waste my time. Okay, I mean, there's not really like kingdom goal. I mean, I'd like for this to be a little clearer. I think what I'll do is I'll give a half a point on each because they kind of combined it here, but I would just like for it to be a little more well written in differentiating between each. Because remember, a project plan is more like your jump plan, right? That's what we're doing from now up until we jump, and then what are the internal expectations that we have for our project going into the kingdom versus what the kingdom goals are, which is external. That's outside of your project. What's the vision you have for the kingdom, right? How do you want to manage certain events? How do you want to view balancing, not balancing alliances? How are you going to rotate LT? How are you going to work and manage the free-to-play versus the spender community? Like, how are you going to basically operate this world of human beings, right? That is also a number of people outside of those that are in your project. So it's different. For that, I'll give a half a point on each, which equals a point. So let's go to Project Kingdom resources. Do we have those? I don't see anything. Let me just double check I'm not missing anything too. And I don't have certain things selected. So tickets, I don't need tickets selected. Let's make sure we have everything. So I have okay, I pretty much have everything selected. Okay, good. So I don't see anything here for resources. Lines of information, project vision, play, invite sponsor, project news, recruitment, polls, hangout, voice channels. Yeah, no. So, which is shocking because usually you would want resources of some sort. Introductions and resumes. Apply leadership, project aligns information. No, okay, nothing there. How about recruiting? Okay, so we have a recruitment ad. Cool. You have this here, but you still need to have some clear instructions. Like, you'd do another post or a line break or something, and you would say, just copy, paste the whole thing. Or you make like a like a Google Doc or something, and then you post the ad there, and then they can copy it, and then it'll format as well. But that's okay, kind of bare minimum. You have a recruitment servers that you can join. Okay, a little too clustered, right? You can condense this a lot more, but you have that there. So that's great. I'll give you a point on that. So that's one. And then how about a ready check? Do we have that? Recruitment ad, project news polls. No, we don't. Okay, how about meetings? I don't see anything here on meetings. Okay, so again, 3.5 out of 10 is what they get on this one. Similar to what I said before, right? These to me are kind of bare minimum expectations that you should have before you start recruiting for your project at all. Like, it should really just be you, and if you have any other co-founders in there, you set this up. Once it's ready, then you go. It's just, like I said, for this, similar to others, right? I would hold off on joining because it's just not ready, right? And then once it's ready, then I would join. At that point. Here, community meme staff. Okay, we'll leave that open. Fun activities, we'll close that. Let's look at Titan jumpers. Recruitment, RoK news, RoK. Okay, that's okay. No, that's not anything. City design, music, voice. Okay, so I think we're good on what we need up here. Okay, so we'll take a look at this one. So we have table of contents index page. That's a no. I don't see anything there. AOA chat, level, picture, meme, staff, truth, dare accounting, recruitment, post. Okay, no. How about positions, announcements? Do we have announcements? Oh, we do. I'm on the announcement. Are there two different ones? More information related. Oh, but January 15th. Okay, so this is probably the one they're using. No, their start dates. Okay. So they have one. Okay, so we'll give you a 1. How about positions and applications? Here we go. Staff applications. Oh, it's just server staff. Okay. So I don't see any like jump things. Let me make sure I have channels that I need to have. Here, arrival. Oh, there are some I don't have. Oh, yeah, I don't care about those. Giveaways. Oh, I don't need that. I'll do that one. Cool. That doesn't do anything for me. I guess calculator's okay. I don't need that. And I don't need that. Okay, cool. So I think we're good. I think I have everything I need now, and we have a few more things now that we can see. Okay, great. So I still don't think we have the table of contents thing, though. Yeah. Announcements we do. Positions applications. Right? I think there was staff applications. I don't know if there was other ones. Oh, there was. Here we go. So we have... Oh, here we go. Leadership intro. Oh, that's leadership interest. Okay, no. R4, R5 applications. Okay, R5 selection. So, okay, so they have them, but again, there's no explanation, right? Like, what's your expectations for R4s and R5s before they apply, right? So because of that, half a point. How about a project plan? Like, what's your jump plan? I don't see anything. Events. Oh, here we go. Jump plan. Okay. And okay. I mean, you have something, right? And again, I appreciate that. So I'll give you a point for that because you have something. You have appropriate channel, and you have kind of an explanation of like how the process is going to go from now until final. Could obviously add a little bit more. This could be a little more structured, but you have something, right? Which is, I think, more than the other projects that we saw so far. Now let's go to kingdom goals, right? So you have goals for the kingdom. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we're going to need this anymore because I think community, those are just general introductions. Okay, I don't see anything there. How about positions? How about Project Kingdom resources? Okay, so they got some guides. Great. Okay, just make sure the channels are filled and they're not just like fake ones. Oh, hey, look at that. They have my guide. Look at that here. Right? And bear in mind, it's old. But it's the best full walkthrough guide that's ever been produced. Just because it literally walks you through everything from start to finish. But again, I probably should update it. So thanks. But they have guides. So you get a point for me. How about introductions and resumes? Do we have... Oh, wasn't it like leadership intro or something? Here we go. So you have some introductions. Okay. But like, where's the resumes, right? Like, where did you play? What kingdoms have you played in? Have you been a part of any other projects? And then, like, give us some introductions, to... I mean, this is okay, but this reads more like a report card than it does, you introducing yourself to the community to speak a little bit about, why you're excited, why you want to be here, what you think you can bring, why joining this project versus another project, those kinds of introductions as leadership. So nice that you have a channel. Happy we have some information, but I'm only going to give half a point on that one. Let's go to recruiting. So we have a recruitment ad. Awesome. Okay, cool. Recruit here. These are places to go to. Recruit. I don't know what this is. Recruit posted. Oh, I see. This is just them saying, I don't get this one. Okay. Oh, that's pretty cool how it keeps track of those that have versus those that have left. So, okay. Not bad. So, I mean, that's pretty good. I'll give you a full point on that. Let's go to ready check and meetings. Oh, here we go. Is this activity ping? I mean, this isn't really what we're talking about, just because, again, most people know how much I'm against you doing multiple activity post checks. It would be different if you were running, if you had a dedicated channel and you had a dedicated post, and then once you're ready, then you let everyone know. Like, once you have all your leads, once you have all your officers, remember, you should not be doing ready checks or activity pings until your project is ready to go. Otherwise, you're going to do how many pings up until that point? Like, it's just so annoying. And if I was someone who was in there, I would not want to get an activity check or a ready check ping until the project is 100% good to go. And now we're just waiting to set our start date, right? But we can start at any point now. That's when you do your ping. So, yes, do you have a channel that issues that? But just, again, I'll give you half a point on that. Okay, how about meetings? Do we have any meetings that we have? Our meeting channel, town halls. Events, post, pings, partners. Those are just guides. These are just recruitments, leaderships. No, okay, so none of that. Okay, but so far, the highest rating. We got a 5.5 out of 10. Do I think that this project is ready with a 5.5 out of 10 to actually start recruiting people to it? No, not at all. I don't think anyone should have joined this project until they were ready with the bare minimum that they needed to have up and running before they started then recruiting people. Okay, let's go to the next project. Family Union. is going to be our next feast. I'm just joking, our next review. Let's go number 1. Table of context index. How long have we been going for? 33 minutes? Okay, so we'll do maybe a few more. I mean, sometimes it can be easiest just to kind of do the largest that we have for project-wise for that month. But yeah. So we have table of context index. First off, let's make sure we have all the channels that we need. So let's go through this. Survey. Oh, we need that. I don't need that. Oh, it's not even letting me take those off. Jeez. Rough life. Okay. Oh, maybe it's because I have to unfollow and then just do one at a time. Yeah, we'll do that. Look at that. Figuring stuff out. We do need that. I guess we'll do that. Welcome, invite. I don't know if we really need all of that. So we can do the calc. Information, passport. I don't think we need that. Well, these are guides, so that's actually okay. I don't need the VC channel. Ask questions, submit tick booster. Okay, I guess we'll keep that. Anti-phishing. Okay, so I think we're good on everything that we have so far. Verification. Oh, was there like a verification thing that I missed out on? Huh. Right, did I? No, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so here we go. Table context index page. Do we have that? Information. Okay, no, geez, I got excited for just a brief moment, but nothing there. All the arrows looks like they're pointed down. Okay, so how about announcements? Okay, we have an announcements channel. Is it being utilized? It is being utilized. Okay, cool. That's the point. How about positions and applications? Here we go. So we have R4 application stuff. I don't even know what's happening here. This is all over the place. Oh, I see. They were just doing it based on... Oh, this is a little cringe. It's just not the most professional way to do it, right? Especially in a public channel where people can see other people's applications that they're posting. So, yeah, I'm not going to give any points for this one. Let's go next to, how about project plan? Do you have a plan for your project? Do you have a jump plan? I don't see anything. Okay, how about kingdom goals? Do you have goals for the kingdom? I don't see anything. Nope. Okay, how about kingdom resources? Okay, so they have some guides. Let's just make sure there's actual stuff here, and it's not just like fluffer channels, right? Because that's always important. Okay, do we have a jump guide? I think I saw some up here. Okay. Cool, 2 points. How about introductions and resumes? Leadership here. Okay, I mean, this is just an overview, though. Right? Which maybe I should add that as one of my criteria going forward. But nothing that's indicating like an introduction resume type thing. How about recruiting? We have invite link, invite track, but where do people go? To post? So I don't see anything there. Okay. Yeah, so I mean half a point on that one. How about a ready check? Do we have a ready check, activity check channel? Are you with us? Jumping with us channel? I don't think so. Nothing there. How about a meetings channel for your town halls? No, nothing. Okay. So this is a 2.5 out of 10. Again, similar to other projects, right? I wouldn't recommend joining this project because they're just not ready. Yeah, it doesn't mean don't join at all. It just means pause, pump the brakes, wait for them to be ready, and then join at a later time. Okay, let's go to, we'll do one more. We're almost at 40 minutes. We'll do Project Eclipse here. As always, make sure that we have everything selected that we need. Okay, I don't know what that is, but sure, why not? Rules, welcome. I don't think we need that. I mean, users is cool, maybe. Jump updates, support. Okay, we don't need giveaways. Lounge. That's just general stuff, I think. Yeah, so we don't need to follow that because that's not kind of jumper related. Okay, we'll leave that up. Town builder. Okay, we'll do that. Maybe we'll leave the talent builder. Okay, cool. Yeah, we're good. All right, so here we go. Excited that. Let's go to, first and foremost, do we have a table of contents index page? Okay, I mean, this is kind of, it's just the channel, I think, should be a little bit more descriptive. So it's clearer. I'll give you a half a point here on that. This should really be named something like start here, right? Or channel info, like something that's just very clear to what it is. Okay, announcements. We have jump updates. Okay, good. So that's another point. How about positions and applications? Okay, here we go. We got applications. Let's see. But again, no information, just the app. So that's half a point. How about project plan? Do you have a plan for the project or a jump plan? No. Okay, so no points there. How about kingdom goals? They got a kingdom vision. I'll accept a kingdom vision. I mean, let's just write this out. You know what I mean? Like, let's not use a bot. Like, let's write it out. Let's keep it simple. Right? You don't want people to have to scroll this much. The fact that you have something, okay, that's great. I'm going to give you half a point here on that one. Right? But let's go thin to win, player. Next is, how about Project Kingdom resources? Okay, so we got some guides. Is there actual stuff here? Okay, I will accept. That's a point. How about introductions and resumes? Let's see. You can book a call? Damn. Nothing there. Leadership, intro. I mean, it's not really intro. It's more of okay. So, yeah, so they don't. How about recruiting? Okay. So we have an recruitment ad. Oh, look at that. They gave you one with and without the link. I like that. Recruit here. Oh, I like that. They have this posted, like, so places you can post with a link and then places you can post without a link. Okay, nice. I like this attention to detail. Could have done the same thing in just one channel, right? Instead of making a forum, you could have just had a channel and then just, again, use the less than and greater than symbols around the links to condense this. But this is still good. I like this. I'll give you a point for it. And then let's go to ready check. Do we have a ready check type channel? Right? So let's see. Application codes, RoK News. No. I don't see anything. No. Okay. How about meetings? Do we have something for meetings, town halls? No. Okay. Well, again, this is second highest rating that we have so far. This is 4.5 out of 10. But again, would I say that this project is at a point where they should be recruiting and taking people on? No. They're still missing a number of things. When you have empty channels like that or channels that you don't have that should be there, that's a turnoff. Those are red flags to me. Those are things where it's like, okay, we need to not join and hold off until they're ready. Then we can go back and take a look and see if this is the right project for me. With that in mind, I think I'm going to pause it there. Like I said, I wanted to try to get through as many as I can, but at the same time, going through the projects that have the most amount of players that have joined, I think is also a good way to go about doing it. Now, as always, to end it off, I'm going to show you my template that I use for my projects. And it's pretty standard. I'll just show you what I have. I'll give you the example I have from my Call of Dragons project. I also have other things down here from when I was doing RoK projects with archive channels. But let me just give you an example of what I'm talking about, right? So you can hopefully see where I'm coming from. So, and I'll rate myself, right? And I do this almost every video and I do it objectively. So here we go. Do I have a table of contents index page? I do. I have a start here channel. Simply put, I have the channels and then a little brief message of what each one is about. Do I have an announcements channel? I do. I have an announcements channel, and guess what? In my announcements channel, these are formatted, right? It doesn't have to be busy. And you can see here, right, on one of these, I did a video update. But most of the time, you can see the format is very consistent that I have. I'll even show you one I did. Let me see if I have a RoK one. No, that's not RoK. Let me see here. 27 here. I think I have some from like my old ones too, from when I was in 2777. Yeah, I'll show you one here. So here's some, right, that I did from when I was whenever I posted this back in 2022. You could see my format very much the same. It's very consistent, right? Even if we go here, I'll scroll a little bit higher, right? You can even see like days until the kingdom opens. You can see the way that I've structured things. Like it's a lot easier to read when you disseminate information and you just have, again, a little formatting. Okay, so right now I'm at 2 points. Okay, so what about positions and applications? Okay, well, I have a positions channel. And this is very similar to the way I do them for RoK 2 as well. These are expectations that we have for each position. And then here's the application if there's one there. And then we have a video. I have a video guide as well on how to be a lead. I have a video guide on how to be an officer, on how to do a number of positions that I did for RoK, and I've done this for Infinity Kingdom, and I've done this for Call of Dragons now. But this is a very easy, regardless if you have the video there, I'm not talking about that. I'm saying you should at least at minimum have what are the expectations for what you have as someone, as the person who's running the project, for the types of R5s and R4s that you're looking for, as a way to say, okay, well, these are some of the guidelines, some of the things that we're looking at, and then in addition to what they write in the application. Okay, so I'll give myself another point. Let's look at a project plan, right? This is my plan that we have, right, for the project. Now, this obviously can be added to a lot more, but this is just a very simple way of approaching kind of what are we doing in the project? What do we want as it? And then we look at goals, right? And goals are kind of more of, okay, well, what am I looking to do in the kingdom, right? With the community as a whole, right? And because I don't have my plan channel filled out as much as I'd like, right? I'll objectively give myself a half a point there, right? I'll give myself a point here for the goals. And then let's look at do I have resources? Okay, so I do. I have resources here, and look at how neat this is. Look at how organized this is, right? Where I have resources, I have things for behemoth guides, I have things for cities, heroes, alliance management, etc. And it's all done in one channel. I don't need 1.5 million channels to get this done in, right? Again, keeping my shit easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. You know what I'm talking about? That's where we're at. Okay. Excuse my French. Now, let's go to how about introductions and resumes. So yeah, I have a channel that's called Resumes, right? This is for introductions. This is mine that I have for me. The general is kind of just some information about me. I have information on like some good examples of some successes. I have what I've done in Rise of Kingdoms, what I've done in Infinity Kingdom, what I've done in COD. And again, very transparent. It doesn't matter to me if people know my history or not. I think it's a little more humbling, and I like to put it out there, right? Okay, so I'll give myself another point for that. How about, and I'm not saying you have to do it exactly like this, right? This is how I do mine. For leaders that I would bring on or officers, I would have them use a different format, but something that is consistent to what they would write out. And then the next one I have here is recruiting. Okay, so I have a recruiting channel here. So you could see here's my ad that I have, right? And then we have on here, you can see number one, I have a template to copy paste. So if people want to go on the Google Doc, they can do it that way. I have Discords to join and recruit, right? And there's not too many for COD right now. But notice how I was able to get all of this done in one channel compared to others. And I could probably even condense this more so it's a little bit less. But again, this is a very easy way to get this done. You can see that you can really make this happen. Okay, so I'll give myself another point. How about a ready check? Do I have a ready check channel or a sign off? I do. I have a sign off channel. And the sign off channel is like a high level overview of what I would consider like the most important things are about the project. And then eventually we have a ready check that we're going to do, whether it's this or another format. And then I'll eventually add that at some point, right? But it's not active yet. But this is just here so people know that it exists. Okay. How about meetings or town halls? Do I have something there? Okay, I do. I have a town hall channel. Okay, and my town hall channel, even though there's nothing here, this channel is for when we do town halls, right? And yeah, I should have some information here as well, even if it just simply says, hey, we'll do some town halls once we get to this particular moment or once we get to this at this stage, right? So that should be there. I also have a timeline channel, which is, again, very simply put, if you just want to know where are we right now in the stage of our process and what are the next following processes once we get there, right? And you could see, our goal, the first one is, find R5s, we are here, and then here's the update about it, right? And then the next stage we'll move to, and then the next stage we'll move to, and so on and so forth, right? So objectively, I'll probably give myself a half a point, right, on the town hall thing. So even if I do that, right, I would say, okay, well, I'm at a 9 out of 10, right? I still have met what I consider to be my bare minimum requirements with the most, because again, you're not going to do town halls on day one, but if I'm objectively looking at it, I still would like to have something filled out there, even if it's just telling people, like I said, when you would. So with that in mind, right, I hope this at least gives people and those that are interested in starting projects an understanding of where your Discord server should be before you consider even recruiting people. Right? Because remember, you could see here, number 3, openly recruiting players. Like, we're not openly recruiting players. I'm only recruiting leads at the moment. And in any of my announcements, of course, other people may still join, and that's fine. But I've already set the expectations that we're not openly recruiting, right? We're only recruiting for leads right now. And again, I even do it in the videos that I put out. Not everyone does videos. I understand that. But again, hopefully this at least helps with this is how you can structure things in a very easy, simple to understand way, and your server doesn't have to be incredibly busy or incredibly, over the top, if you will. And it's not to say there's anything wrong with that, but sometimes, you can find a lot of sometimes less is more, right? As some would say. That's going to do it for me, though. Again, I'd love to hear your thoughts and let me know. Again, if you guys like this new format of us just kind of looking at maybe some of the top groups that have the most amount of players in them right now, or if you maybe prefer the kind of speed running that I've done before where I just go through as many as I can and just trying to keep it as simple as possible. I personally actually like this kind of format because sometimes it allows for me to do a little bit more explanation for some of the projects, and when you're looking at the ones that have the most amount of players in them right now, sometimes that can help out everyone involved as well, even if you're in another project that doesn't have as many players at the moment. So yeah, sure. Please let me know what you guys think in those comments down below. That's going to do it for me. As always, until next time, I will catch you later.